a little baby needs love in order to develop, meaning it's true for all ages. It doesn't necessarily have to do with a certain age, and furthermore, a person can't properly develop mentally and physically without love. So, what is this need to be loved? Why is it so basic in man? We're going through different stages of development on the degrees of the still, vegetative, animate, and the speaking, meaning the human level. And on each and every level, there has to be a connection and energy and a relation that corresponds to that level. And there's the same relation between the different parts, where all parts of creation develop from primeval matter, from basic matter. That suppose there was some small atom, out of which everything exploded and started developing. And the connection that existed in that small body, in that small initial part, that connection exists and is kept, even though that the parts really scatter in every direction. And there's a connection between all parts of creation. And we see how the entire system, suppose, the entire cosmic system, how everything's interconnected, and that it expands and contracts and so on. And later on Earth, the vegetative, animate, and the speaking degrees, where all the forms of life, of existence, they all come as a result of connection and separation again, and integrating with one another. Meaning everything comes from connection and separation, connection and separation. And therefore, the need for connection, and even more, the need for separation. Why? Because it stems from that initial, very first state where we were all a part of the same atom, even the same thought, even before matter. And so what follows is that the need to be loved, to feel a good, a nice attitude from the environment, is something that exists as a very big need, very inner desire, that actually exists in every part of creation, and the still, and in the vegetative for sure, and in the animate, and in people, that by this everything develops. Because in the whole of creation, there's nothing else besides connection and separation. Connection and separation. And from all of this, from the entire richness of materials and so on, this is where all of life comes from. And when we're talking not about still or biological or vegetative or animate matter, but if we're talking about emotions, then first of all, emotions, they also exist in the still, the vegetative, and the animate. But if we're talking about man, then here we can especially see it. So here we really have a need for connection and separation that determines everything